Welcome to the Biblical Curiosities channel, where we unravel mysteries and explore the depths of the history that shaped civilizations. Have you ever heard of the 12 tribes of Ishmael? Yes, that's right, from Ishmael, Abraham's firstborn son. We know a lot about the 12 tribes of Israel descended from Isaac, but today, let's stroll through the sands of the Middle East, where the stories of Ishmael and his 12 tribes intertwine with the history of humanity. Today's video will take us from the lands of Abraham to the present day, revealing long-forgotten secrets by unraveling the mysteries of the 12 tribes of Ishmael. Maybe you don't know yet, but Ishmael is Abraham's firstborn son, who was conceived by the servant Hagar. If you want to know more about Ismael's story, we will leave the video telling Ismael's story on the cards. Ishmael, born into a divine context, carries the Hebrew meaning of God will hear, promising him blessings and the leadership of a great nation. His journey becomes crucial not only for his life, but also for the 12 tribes that emerge, often forgotten in light of the prominence given to the tribes of Israel. Ishmael becomes a point of convergence in monotheisms, connecting Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His presence in Abraham's genealogy has profound and lasting implications for religious traditions, shaping contemporary understanding. The distinction between Ishmael and Israel is vital to understanding Semitic diversity. While the 12 tribes of Israel descend from Jacob, the tribes of Ishmael trace their origins to Abraham's firstborn. The generalization that all Arabs are descendants of Ishmael is mistaken. The Arab community includes several Semitic peoples linked to figures such as Abraham, Lot, and Esau. This diversity is the essence of the Middle East, where different Semitic communities have contributed to the rich cultural history. The distinction between Ishmael and Israel transcends genealogy, reflecting the multiplicity of experiences and trajectories over the centuries. Understanding this difference is essential to appreciating the complex biblical and historical narratives that shaped the civilizations of the ancient Near East. Ishmael figures as a crossroads in the three main monotheistic religions, uniting and differentiating Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. His story, narrated in biblical and Islamic traditions, begins in a context of family rivalry, but is permeated by divine promises reflected in his name, which means God will hear. Ishmael plays a crucial role in building the Kaaba in Mecca, the spiritual center of Islam, alongside his father Abraham. Although religious traditions may vary, there is consensus on the central importance of Ishmael in the history of Abrahamic religions, resonating not only in scripture but also in practices and rituals. The divine promise to Abraham, recorded in Genesis 16 and 21, outlines the destiny of Ishmael and his 12 tribes, promising blessings and the formation of a great nation. Each tribe, mentioned in Genesis 25 verses 13 to 15, contributes uniquely to Ishmaelite history and identity. Neth, one of Ishmael's sons, stands out with a prophetic name, suggesting a special connection with divine promises. The prophet Isaiah, in Isaiah 60 verse 7, mentions the prominence of the tribes of Kedar and Neth in the formation of a blessed people. These elements form the complex and significant narrative of Ismaili traditions over the centuries. The 12 tribes of Ishmael, the Ismaili tribes, originating from Neth, Kedar, Adel, Mishma, Duma, Massa, Hadad, Tima, Jiran, and Kadima, played significant roles in the Middle East and North Africa. Neth, linked to prophecy, gave rise to the Nans in the region of Nabata, according to Assyrian records. Kedar excelled in the spice and ceramics trade, enriching the tribe and spreading Ismaili influence. Adel, associated with the tribe of Ilu, inhabited extensively from the Euphrates River to the Red Sea. Mishma raises speculation about his connection with the tribe of Simeon, indicating interactions or mergers during his time in Egypt. Duma, associated with the city mentioned in Joshua, connects to Edom and Seir, highlighting its strategic position. Massa, associated with Tima, stands out in Assyrian records, connecting with Danaan and Neth. Hadad raises speculation about the Haraina and their mountains northwest of Palmyra, illustrating the complexity of the Ishmaelite tribes over time. Timah, with a strategic position, prospered along the commercial route between Tema, Medina, and Duma, evidenced by the tributes received by Tiglath-Pileser III. Jiran and Kedema, often considered as a unified group with Hagar's descendants, the Hagarin, stand out in the Transjordan region, expanding Ismaili influence. It is worth noting that the Hagarin are descendants of Hagar, not Ishmael, adding complexity to the interactions and associations. There is speculation about the connection between the tribe of Kedema and the Kenite. These tribes, with distinct histories, form a complex mosaic of Ismaili tribes, whose influences extend from Egypt to Saudi Arabia, constructing a fascinating narrative of the history of the Middle East and North Africa. Despite the challenges of the desert environment, the Ismaili tribes not only survived but thrived, marking the history of the Middle East indelibly. Concentrated on the Arabian Peninsula, covering regions such as Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates, these nomadic tribes developed innovative survival strategies, adapting to the desert in a cunning way. The resilience of the Ismaili tribes, able to thrive in challenging environments, has shaped their identity over the century. Expansion beyond the Arabian Peninsula reached the Sinai, parts of the Levant such as Jordan and Syria, and even the African continent, including Sudan. This extensive geographic distribution reflects historical migrations and the ability of tribes to integrate into diverse environments. The Ismaili influence in the Sinai region, between Egypt and Israel, stands out not only for its occupation, but for the mark left on the history of this challenging area. The cultural expansion of the Ismailis was not limited to geography. Their contributions to commerce, culture, and language shaped the regions they passed through, creating a lasting influence. The journey through arid regions, peninsulas, and beyond highlights not just the survival but the flourishing of the Ismaili tribes, leaving a legacy that transcends geographic boundaries. When exploring the historical developments of the Ismaili tribes, we come across intriguing mysteries that surround these communities over time. Each tribe, with its unique history, creates enigmas that still intrigue scholars and history enthusiasts. Speculation surrounding the tribe of Mishma raises the possibility of its association with the tribe of Simeon, indicating interactions or mergers during their time in Egypt, as mentioned in Chronicles 24 and 27. Duma, mentioned in Joshua 15 verse 52, suggests a possible connection with the Haraina, people of the mountains northwest of Palmyra, adding complexity to Ismaili history. The enigmatic fate of the tribe of Massa, mentioned in the records of Tiglath-Pileser III, along with tribes such as Danaan and Neth, intrigues historians and archaeologists. While speculation about the tribe of Hadad raises questions about the evolution and integration of the Ishmaelite tribes throughout the time, the tribe of Timah, associated with the ancient oasis of Tema, offers a fascinating perspective of historical continuity, with the modern city of Tis situated on the ruins of the ancient oasis. The possible merger between the tribes of Mishma and Simeon, mentioned in Chronicles, highlights the complexity of interactions between the Ishmaelite and Israelite tribe. Fragmented historical records provide only glimpses of these events, creating a mysterious narrative about the historical developments of the Ismaili tribe. These mysteries persist, challenging scholars and encouraging the search for answers that can shed light on the destinies of these communities over the century. Concluding our journey through the 12 tribes of Ishmael, it is essential to understand the current presence and lasting legacy of these communities. The Ismaili tribes, with histories shaped over millennia, have left a lasting mark on the cultural and historical landscape of the Middle East and North Africa. The descendants of the Ismaili tribes are present in several regions, from Egypt to the Arabian Peninsula, witnessing expansion and diversity over time. Ismaili influence transcends genealogy, contributing to the rich cultural tapestry of these regions. The significant presence of Ismailis in Saudi Arabia highlights the fusion and interaction with the descendants of Midian, highlighting the complexity and richness of Ismaili history across geographic and genealogical boundaries. As we conclude our exploration, it becomes evident that the 12 tribes of Ishmael played not only a crucial role in the history of the Middle East, but also contributed to the religious and cultural traditions that persist today. This journey through the Ismaili tribes invites us to appreciate the diversity, resilience, and complexity of this community, whose history remains alive through their descendants. By looking to the past, we are inspired to better understand the cultural and religious interconnections that have shaped and continue to shape the landscape of the Middle East and North Africa. If you liked this video, leave a like and share it with your friends, and if possible, leave your comment, because only then will we know what you thought of this content. Stay with God and see you in our next video.